Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I am in Malaysia. I'm in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So today I have a special guest and she will introduce herself. Please go ahead.
Hi, I'm Audia. I'm from KL as well, Klang to be specific. So I am a cook and I am a gardener in this part of Malaysia. So thank you for having me, Celeste.
Yeah.
We've been planning this for a bit.
A long time. You're
Yeah.
welcome. So also, Audia is Gen Y, so she's also a millennial. So I'm this last time I had this conversation, I had two guests, and both of them are Gen Z. So this time, not Gen Z, sorry, Gen X. So this time I'm trying the same, not some of the same questions to Audia because she is Gen Y. Because all our generations we have different perceptions of topics. Okay, so last time we already discussed what is a woman. And the reason I did this and I'm doing this video is because of the Matt Walsh documentary where he went around certain places in the world and asked people, what is a woman? And there were so many answers because in my days, what is a woman was very definite, but now things have changed. So some of the things that was said was a bit weird and some didn't make sense, some made sense. So, but that video, I'm going to link it down below. So today I'm going to ask Odia not all of the same questions because the last time we had a trans woman here, so I could ask that question. And we also had a woman who had adopted her children. So this is different. So Odia, just let people know your status, like marriage, and whether you have children and things like that.
Yes, I'm married for 3 years and I have a 2-year-old son. Yeah.
Okay, so she does not fall based on the fact that she's married to a man. She's not um, uh, lesbian, and well, I mean, like I said last time, she could be. We don't know.
Yeah.
We're also not gonna ask her. I mean, she wants to. It's just that she's living a heterosexual lifestyle,
Correct.
and she is definitely a mother. And it's your own child. It's not an adopted child.
Yes,
Yeah, so
my vaginal birth.
Right, good, because these are very important issues when we discuss what is a woman. Okay, we have to be very specific.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so Aldia, so first thing I want to ask you, because you are Gen X millennial, that means you were, I mean, Gen Y, we're getting all the gens.
It's very, all the letters.
I'm Gen X. I'm actually at the border of, I just when at the beginning of Gen X, so I could also be a baby boomer, but the way I grew up during the Gen X period, so I'm more Gen X.
Right.
Okay, so I want to ask you because that means because when did you leave school
I left school.
or university? Well, your education.
Well, I studied culinary arts
Okay.
in Terengganu, which is the east coast of Malaysia,
Okay.
and that was in 2010.
So
I
you
guess.
you were in school in 2010.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah.
and me last I was in school was in 2011. So basically we're
Yeah,
although I'm
different.
much older, but we were in school at the same time.
Yes.
School meaning like any education, higher education, like university. Okay. Right. So 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this year I am 35 years young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So why I asked that because this is important because I want to ask first thing I want to ask you is
Yeah.
so when during your time of studying, whether it's high school, primary school, university, whatever, I want to ask you, what was taught in science and biology on what a woman is?
Right. So in Malaysia, I think it was biology when we were 15, which is Form 3. If I'm not mistaken, it's a very long time. So we were taught biologically the genital makeup of a man and the genital makeup of a woman. That was it. And there was also education in our Islamic studies that you do have people born with two genitalia, which is hunsa in the Islamic studies. That is the word that they use. So that was it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But so there was a clear definition that they were genitalia, which belongs to a man,
Yeah.
and then genitalia that belongs to a woman.
Yeah.
It was clear. It wasn't like, oh,
No, it was very, very clear.
And then, okay,
yeah.
and then also, like you said, in Islamic studies, you also learned about intersex.
Correct.
Yeah, so there is that acknowledgement that there's male, female, but there are a few who have this anomaly.
Yes. That is an anomaly.
Right. So
Correct.
some of you have watched my videos, or all my other videos. I always talk about intersex is not another gender. It is an anomaly. It's like, let's see, put your fingers up. We have 10, both of us have 10 fingers. So this is normal.
Yes.
So if I had another finger, or she did not have, like, just if she had one less and I had one extra, it doesn't mean we are extra humans. No, it just means we are humans with anomalies. Okay? Right. Okay. So let's get it clear.
Yeah.
Now also, so sometimes I'm going to push back on things you say,
Absolutely.
just so that we can present different views that people have. And I don't necessarily have these views when I push back, but I will let you know whether it is something that is my view or if it's what has been said. But there will be pushback. So we are not arguing, we are just having an exchange, okay? Right. Okay, so.
And I wanted to add that that was the clear definition of a man and a woman. If you had biologically had a set of male genitalia, then you would be considered male.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So when I went to school, it was the same, except I can just go a little bit further because I also study anatomy, and biology was like my major. So for us also, a woman, it goes down to chromosomal level. So women are normally XY, XX, men are XY chromosomes. So it goes even further down to that. And then because you have these chromosomes, it will determine how you develop. So like if you're a woman, you will develop a uterus, ovaries, your hormones are different from a man's. Okay, so it's genitalia, but also all these other factors
that comes with it.
With it. And of course, again, if you have an anomaly, maybe your hormones don't function properly, so it might affect your genitalia. It might affect your uterus or your ovaries if you're a woman. Okay, that does not mean you are a man now. It just means you are maybe a woman but with anomalies, or you might be a man but with anomalies. And if anyone wants to know of a famous person who is like this, there is this South African long distance runner. Her name is Caster Semenya. Okay, very complicated case. But Caster is a biological male. Okay, but with genetic defect. That's why long story, cannot get into it now. But you can go and research on that.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Okay, so right. So now the next question I want to ask you is, okay, what is the dictionary definition of woman? And when I say dictionary, can you also please say which dictionary you are referring to?
Okay.
If you can remember.
Yes. Okay. I believe that when you key in woman, it will come up a person born with a person born female, but they have also recently added a person who is born female and who identifies themselves as a female. I believe that is a new addition.
It's a new addition, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and it's the same with a man as well. A person who is born male and identifies themselves as a male.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is the Google.
latest one,
Yeah,
yes. Right.
that is the Google definition.
Right. So I just Googled it now, and I use Oxford Dictionary because I like to discriminate. To me, only the Oxford Dictionary is an English language dictionary. Okay,
Yeah,
so sorry, all the other dictionaries,
Dictionaries.
Webster, all that. I'm sorry.
Maybe
I didn't mean to discriminate, but sometimes you have to do these things. So again, so this is today. Today is the 17th of February 2023. This is what it says. Oh, this is Wikipedia. Oh, Cambridge, Oxford. Okay. It says it is a woman is an adult female human.
Okay.
finish. But it might change now. What's the time? 11:41. I don't know, maybe 11:42 it might change. Because it's, and I know because yesterday was different. Not yesterday, no, a few days ago. But anyway, but again, when I learned at school, that's what I learned. I learned that a woman is a female human adult. Yeah, the female adult, not a girl, an adult. Okay,
Right.
but we'll get into that later because it's a bit more complicated as we go along. Okay, yeah, that's what we learned, which makes sense because, like as I explained in my last video, what else is a female human adult?
Yeah.
The word that is put to describe a female human adult is the word woman. It's not bicycle or tricycle, it's a woman. Okay, so it's a word. Right. So,
and the adult part.
yes, adult is very important. Yes, adult. Yes, very, very.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. But then again, adult is subjective.
Okay, then just
Because of some societies. No, sorry, is it? No, age of consent
yes.
is subjective. But then age of consent in some countries does not necessarily mean that person is a woman. It's very complicated because
What is the definition of an adult then? I wonder. Age of consent.
biological. Yeah,
age.
because there's biological.
Yeah.
Yes, because biologically, adult would be like the development of the body.
Yeah.
Now, our societies, some have put it, not the scientists, yeah, societies have put the age of adulthood, but actually, biologically, it's supposed to be 25
Right. Oh,
because
wow.
the male brain only develops at age 25,
Ah, I did not know that.
and the female uterus only develops at age 25. Before that, it's not, you're still supposed to be a girl.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. And I know this because I remember when I wanted to have an IUD put in,
Right.
I was not 25 yet.
Oh, okay. So
And they said I'm not allowed, yeah. But not that I really wanted it.
Right.
I just wanted to just hear if I had options, yeah, just explore.
Yeah.
Okay, because by that time I was already deciding to get married.
Right.
Yeah. So just to explore, and he said no because my uterus has not fully developed after 25. I don't know what stories they're spinning these days, but I'm just telling you that's what I was told.
Yeah.
But I did see that, yes, like I said, I study biology. The male brain, the frontal lobe, is only matures after 25. So then, is the age that the age? Well, age of consent is different from age of maturity.
Correct.
Okay, so maybe is the age of maturity based on society or is it really based on science?
Yeah.
See, so
Something to think about.
it's so everyone's wrong and everybody's right.
Yeah.
Everybody's right, but everyone's also wrong. Okay. So let me see the next thing. So just based on just what we were talking about now, which is more just like biology and science.
Right.
So what would you consider yourself to be? Would you consider yourself to be a woman?
Yes, I was biologically born female. That is a noun for me, but I see a woman as an adjective. So, woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, but based on
Yes.
just the biological facts we're talking about, like
Correct.
X chromosomes.
Yes.
We said female genitalia.
Yeah.
We said I was talking about
Adult.
hormones. We were talking about adult.
Yeah.
So you are an adult.
Yes.
You do have X
Chromosome.
chromosomes.
Yeah.
You are over. Well, this.
Yes, I am over.
You're over 25.
25.
Yeah. And then and you are a mother. So
Correct.
obviously you definitely female because you gave birth.
Correct.
You have proof.
Yes.
You have actual proof, like yes.
Yeah, it came out this way.
You carried it. Yeah, it's not like it was in a test tube.
Yeah, so I do, I would say yes, I am a woman.
So now we're getting to the more
Gritty.
gray areas. So on the Matt Walsh in his video, this is what some people were saying. They said, woman is just a label. So what do you have to say about that?
It's yes and no. I feel that it can be just a label. It can be proudly a label. It can be an unnecessary label. So why I say that is that I go by she they.
Okay.
I don't go by she, her, or and that is my personal choice.
Okay, I'll get back to that later.
Okay,
because
okay.
I want to ask because that's a bit confusing.
Absolutely,
But so
yeah.
you're going on about woman. You said woman. You
It
said
can
it
be,
can be a label.
yeah.
So why do you say it can be a
Yeah.
label?
I feel that there's a lot of unnecessary labeling when it comes to labels like woman, man, mother, father. I feel that there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it, a lot of um, expectations set by society on gender roles. And that is where my contradiction is. That is where I don't agree in a lot of things. I feel that that comes with being a woman. It's a lot, as um, whatever comes with being a man, it's a lot. And I feel that it can be interchangeably manufactured, yeah, depending on your relationship dynamics, depending on your personal dynamics. It can be whatever you want to be. So in that sense, I guess I'm saying that yes, I identify as a woman, but would be situations where it is unnecessary for me to come out and say that I am a woman. There are some instances that will be proudly saying I am a woman.
Okay. Yeah. So let me understand that. You said woman is a label because
If you want it to be.
if you want it to be. Um, wait. So just explain again. If you so because you were explaining more about it is not a label.
Right.
So I want to know what you mean when you say it is a label.
Right. So I guess biologically, medically, that
Okay,
is where
right,
it's
right.
important. Just like you were discussing on your last
Yeah,
video.
with my trans woman
Yes,
friend.
yes.
Okay.
There is a situation when we go to seek for medical advice or treatment.
Right, right.
That is where you have to say, I am a trans woman or I am a biological
Oh,
woman
yes, yes,
and
okay,
whatnot.
right.
And it should never be assumed.
Yes, okay.
I
Yes,
feel
that's
that
true. Yeah, yeah, that's
never
yes.
assume. So
Right.
it's always important to us and respectful as well to us.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said it is not a label because you said like it's
Sometimes it's just unnecessary, I feel.
yeah, it's okay, wait, let me think. Wait, say again, why do you say it's unnecessary?
There are situations that does not deem me to say or um, present
To present as a
that
woman.
as a woman. Yeah.
Right, okay, I know, I agree with that. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So again, like I said, because I have to push back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, you are right that when it comes to women, scientifically, biologically, medically, it is
Yeah.
very important,
Yeah.
and that we cannot run away from
Yeah.
because there's no such thing as a man can give birth. Although people are trying to
Yes.
push that medically and science,
Okay.
a man
Right.
cannot give birth.
A person with male genitalia cannot give birth.
Yeah, or just a man, an ex-wife
Yeah.
of someone cannot give birth, okay? Because we've already said, we're talking biologically,
Correct.
okay? Yeah. And in my last podcast, I said to me, woman is a label because that is the label you put on that kind of person.
Correct.
That person who is XX,
Right.
blah, blah,
It's a
blah,
woman.
blah.
Right.
It's a woman. Like I even mentioned, because there's dog, and even dogs have male and female. You know, they have a bitch and a dog.
Yeah.
Sorry, YouTube, don't send, don't.
Censor
Algorithms
that
don't
out.
play with me because I say the B. It's not a bad word. That is
Yeah,
just
yeah,
what a female dog is called.
Yeah.
Or what is it? What is the one for the pigs?
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
a bull and a cow.
Right.
Like that's for
Rooster and hen.
for those. Yeah, rooster and hen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that thing. Okay, I know it's a soul, but I don't know what the other one is in the pigs. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So for me, yes, it is a label. And then actually, it's the first time I hear this concept of why, like what you just said now, why it's not something that must be pushed on you. Or like you kind of said, yeah, pushed on you. Yeah, because this first time, that I'm thinking of it, like especially because you mentioned it, so it's interesting for me, something new that it cannot be pushed on you, which is true because everyone has different experiences. But we'll get into that again also. 'Cause it's quite complicated.
Yeah.
To get in here. That's like another podcast. podcast on it. Okay, and then you did mention something about sometimes it's an adjective.
Yes. Yeah. So
So wait, what is an adjective first?
yeah. So it's a describable
Describes the noun.
the noun.
Right, yeah.
So I feel
The
that
state of being of the noun.
yeah, if being a woman, woman or female is a noun, but if you if you shift that to a woman being an adjective, it's a whole
It's a
new
different, yes,
perspective, you know.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
then everything flushes in the responsibilities, the gender roles, the societal inputs on being a woman and all that. And I feel that at most times it is something that you can be proud of, and if you work for it, if that's what you want. But it can also be very dismissive and a lot to take in gender roles, and this is being a woman and being a man, you know, it can be a lot.
Okay, and I think the reason you have this perception or this how you feel about it,
Yeah.
do you think it has got to do with, just so the viewers may know, what is your religion?
I am born a Muslim.
Right. Okay. So could that why you say this, like, because it's because you are living in a Muslim society,
Okay.
so woman carries a lot,
Correct.
the actual word or the label
The
woman,
adjective.
the
Yeah.
adjective of woman, not
Yeah.
actually not even so much the noun woman,
Correct.
but the adjective of woman
Yeah.
carries a lot.
Right. So I've always lived in Malaysia. I've never lived outside of my own country. So born and bred here, grew up here, working here, living here. So I see a lot. Well, not necessarily in my immediate family.
Yes, yeah, but just
Yeah.
in general.
In general, there's a lot that comes with that adjective and responsibilities and expectations and whatnot. So yeah, I feel that it's a lot.
Yeah. So being a woman in this kind of
Country,
society,
yeah.
in this country, a, a lot comes with it.
Correct.
Being a woman,
Correct.
but to be a woman is not the issue, because
Yes.
that's just what you are biologically. You're not a cat or a dog. You
Yes.
are a woman. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
be and the being
It's
is different. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough that I grew up in a family or in a surrounding that allowed me to explore and question these things, because I feel that a lot of times as that adjective, we are not really compelled to or engaged to discuss and question yourself and question, you know, the societal roles, or question your mother, your auntie, your grandmother. You know, you don't get to question that a lot. But I had the opportunity, and
Okay.
it was, yeah.
So your family is a more open-minded,
Yes.
or your upbringing was more open-minded, like also more
Correct.
fluid.
Fluid, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So then there's also this one thing now that says anyone who says they are a woman is a woman.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
Okay.
There are women who are born women. There are women who were born other genders and now identify themselves.
Okay, but let's
as a
not use
woman.
gender.
Okay. Who was born another with not female genitalia, but if they present, not sorry, not present, if they identify and say that I identify as a woman, I believe we should respect them as such.
Okay.
Yeah, but as you said in your last video, non-binary genders and things like that have much more challenges, and if they choose to identify as a trans woman or whatever label that they should choose, then I feel that we have to respect that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm again going to push back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for me, anyone who says they are a woman is not a woman.
Mm.
Okay. Again, because coming back to be and being,
Okay.
because if you are not a woman, you are not. The be part of it. Be
Okay.
meaning biologically, blah, blah, blah.
Alright.
You are not. And then being a woman,
Yeah.
although we said it's an adjective, I still feel that not anyone who says they are being a woman is a woman.
Right. Okay.
But like if I look at my trans woman friend that I interviewed, she is being a woman
Sure.
because she has taken on the typical gender role of a woman that you and I have not even taken on.
Yes.
She has totally embraced every aspect of that gender role that we fight against.
Yes.
She is extremely feminine. She has long hair. Look at my hair.
Yes,
I don't grow my hair.
Right.
She has long hair. She has big breasts. She is tall, slim. She wears only feminine clothes. She does not wear shirts.
Right.
Her pants are never cut in a way that looks like a man's pants. Never. It's the feminine, like I can wear the jeans that my son could wear, or my husband.
Of course,
Because it's a jeans. She would never.
Right.
You see, so to me, yes, she is being a woman.
Yes.
She's not a woman. She's being a woman.
Okay.
Because she's a trans woman.
Right.
She had a sex change. She takes hormones.
Right.
Because she is being a woman.
Yeah.
And again, to be that stereotypical woman.
Right.
So that's why I say not anyone, because there are those who think just because they're wearing a dress and high heels that they are a woman.
Yes.
To me, that's not being a woman.
Right. Okay.
Because if you broad shoulders, big beard, rugged features, walking like a man, raping women, still having sexual intercourse with women when you are supposed to be a woman, which is which is different from lesbian. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So to me, not anyone can be a woman.
Okay. And
does that make sense? You see what I'm saying?
Especially the being part.
Yes. Because those guys that are just dressing, because I got a lot of friends who are drag artists.
Okay.
They gay boys, but then when we perform, they'll be like Whitney Houston or Madonna or Marilyn Monroe or what Giselle was always Annie Lennox.
Okay.
Take on that persona.
Okay, right.
But Giselle is different because she's a trans woman. But the others, like my other male, they are males, gay males.
Okay.
I mean, like male, man. But when they perform, they take on the persona.
Right.
But that doesn't mean they are being a woman.
Of course.
So when I see some of these, like Leah Thomas, the swimmer, to me, that is not a woman.
Okay.
Because there is nothing about that person that shows that they are being a woman.
Right.
Everything is still a man. Everything. When you look at them, and especially when a penis comes out, that's a man. But then again, there is this famous YouTuber, her name is Blair White.
Okay.
Again, total stereotypical female.
Yeah.
Those who wear, they don't put the jersey, the sleeves inside, they just,
okay.
Those women that we are not.
Yeah.
It's raining, oh my God, like that, and the nails and like that. Yeah. But she still has her penis.
Right.
But even her, I will still accept. Because she has done 80% of the work.
Okay.
She has the breast, facial reconstruction surgery to feminize her face. She has the long hair.
Right.
And I say stereotypical, not me. Like when I'm next to her, I'm like the man. She has done all that.
Yeah.
And she lives that life of a woman.
Yeah.
And it's just that because she still wants to have children, so she wants to, I don't know, save a sperm, whatever. So, but once that's done, she will, But so, like her, I would say, is being a woman. Yeah, those other ones.
Yeah.
I think it's what is that? This something. It's a philia. It's a sexual fetish thing where they get off on dressing like a woman.
Okay.
It's not that they are a woman.
Right.
It's just a kink.
Yeah.
Like, they feel it's erotic.
Yeah. There are things like that, but I think that's where it's beautiful. I think that's where it's interesting. Like what makes you feel being a woman and be a woman is different, and then what I feel or what your trans woman friend feels. It's different percentages and different meanings to all of
So
us.
being a woman,
Yeah, and I
yes.
think that's where it's beautiful. I think that's where we come out different as the human
Yes.
race, because same is boring and nobody wants the same
The same
thing.
thing. The only thing I have issue with those people who pretend to be women. Like those who with the fetishes.
Okay.
Those ones who I say, because they just take advantage. Because even my transgender friend that day, my trans woman friend, even she is against those kind of people. Because like for her, she can't understand. Yeah, because if you want to be, if you are born in the wrong body, like in her case,
Of course.
female, a male, but feels she's a man, but feels she's a woman,
Right.
she would not be doing those things.
Yes,
She's not going to be raping women.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
women don't rape women with penises.
Right. That's different. I
Yeah,
think
so to her,
that's
it's like
predatory.
yes,
and
yes. So
that's
yeah,
a whole
yeah.
different.
So yeah, so this is where I will have this thing about be and being. I think to me
Yeah.
that's very important. Okay, right. So the other thing that they are saying now we're getting into gender.
Okay.
Gender is a
Let's go into gender.
social construct. So woman
Yes.
does not even exist.
Absolutely. That I agree with. I know this like forgoes anything that I've said, but I feel that gender is so much a societal thing that was created just like I don't know, religion or race or all those profiling. When it becomes a profile, that is where it can become discriminative and things like that. So yeah. So yeah, it's something. Well, I guess back then when we were hunters and gatherers, that meant something. The societal roles definitely meant something, but now you have to know that there are gender roles that are being crossed and it's interchangeably fluid. It can be one thing and it can be the other thing, and the dynamics between a partnership between one person and the other, husband and wife, sister and brother, mom and dad kind of thing. It's financially, economically, socially, it's so beautiful. Like now men can do the things that women do. Women can definitely do the things that were jobs for men and things like that. So I think that's where we definitely don't need the gendering terms, except for when medically and biologically and things like that.
So I agree with that gender is a social construct, and like you said, that the terms. Because I would be more if it's just male and female. Like sometimes when you fill out forms, it says sex. I prefer sex than gender.
But yeah.
Because gender is a social construct. Because like the gender, because gender has roles, right?
Correct.
Because like example, the gender roles in one society, let's say like Malaysia, is not necessarily the same as in South Africa.
Yeah.
And because I lived in both countries, I see that.
Right.
Because what is considered gender roles in South Africa, some of them are the same, but some of to Malaysia, but some of them are different. Like what like women are expected to do. Example in South Africa, it's not really
The norm.
the norm here, and vice versa. And then and in Malaysia, it even goes. You can see the difference between the different races.
Correct.
Because the gender role in the Chinese community is very different from in the Malay community, and then to break it down further, there's even gender differences in the religions.
Yes.
So you've got the differences in country, you've got the difference in the religion, you've got the difference in the race, and then even in the cultures.
Yes.
Because Malay women are actually in their culture, they are dominant.
Correct.
But in the religion, they are submissive.
Well, yeah.
Because Islam makes you have to be because you have God, you have man, and you have woman.
Right.
You know, even in Christianity is like that. It's God, man, woman, because it's and Judaism is the same. Yeah, the Abrahamic religions are normally the same. But when you look at in the home,
Yep.
which is the culture, the woman is dominant, the Malay woman,
Correct.
because it's
She's
her
the
house.
homemaker. Yeah.
Yes, it's like the curtains will be red.
Yes.
Finished.
Mm.
There's no voting or,
Yes.
we are eating this.
Right.
Sundays we will go to lay park at the store. Anything to do. So there's this. That's why I say, it's just roles. It's gender roles. It's same in Africa.
Yeah.
Especially with the black tribes,
Mm.
the women in the family and even in the relationship are very dominant.
Mm.
Very.
Right.
It might appear because
Of media and
or posturing.
Yeah.
Like outside, it will look like the man, but in the home, the woman, even in the Latin communities, the woman is the dominant one culturally. So so gender roles, and then again also roles. If you're talking about gender, why it's a social construct is because why I think it's a social construct is because, like you said, women and men can do anything.
Yep.
There's no such thing as only women must cook. We are in Malaysia. You go to all the stalls, who's cooking? It's all men.
Yeah.
Only men.
Yeah.
It's men cooking. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
But if you go to maybe another country, it will be women.
Yeah.
And then you'll see Gordon Ramsay, who are the best chefs in the world. They're all men.
Yeah.
So so that I agree. Okay, but then I want to ask you,
Sure.
think about this. But do you think that there is a component of being female that kind of does determine the role that you would play in society?
Biologically?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Like because you are weaker, your body is maybe less strong, so you won't be doing bricklaying work, example.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I do bricklaying work.
Okay.
Yeah. And
But
I
you an
do it.
outline, you are exception to the rule.
Correct.
So let's
But I
generalize.
but I know a lot of women. My mother was like that. My grandmother was like that. So I know a lot of women outside of my immediate family
Who do that?
who does that, the laboring, backbreaking work. Some even more than the men.
Okay.
So and I know a lot of men outside of my immediate family that does the generic female roles
Right.
that I assign. And especially in my own dynamics with my husband, we also do that, fluidly. Except for when it comes to, breastfeeding or things that are biologically needed from me. Then that's where I take on the roles. But everything else is I'd like to say fluid and
But that's in your family.
correct.
But what about in society in general, or in
Right.
the world in general, when
Yeah.
it comes to
I still feel that I don't know, maybe because we are brought up with that this gender would dominate this field or this working industry, or like because I grew up in the culinary industry, like you said, all the cooks were male. So it was actually hard, and we had to work twice as hard as a woman in that particular industry. It was being spearheaded by men. That was naturally, I'm not a cook. I had to learn how to cook. Biologically, I'm also not a cook. Nobody's born a cook. But I was born to breastfeed. I wasn't born to cook. I wasn't born to clean. Those are things that we pick up as human beings, regardless of the gender. So I feel that apart from biological responsibilities, there is no such thing as
right. So of course I have to push back again. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
When the Thai boys were in the cave
Right. Yeah.
and they were looking for divers,
Yeah.
they were all men.
Fair.
There were women who could have
Dived in. Rescuers. Okay.
Yes, because and they would have been perfect because they are smaller in stature. They can navigate the narrow tunnels easier.
Right. Okay.
Nobody volunteered.
I see. Because
Men are brave, women are not. When we had our landslide here,
right,
every rescue worker was a man
Man, right? Okay.
because they are brave enough to go dig and go into the sand,
Right.
risk their own lives
Okay.
to go and save a dog.
Yeah.
Women will not do that.
And the kids and
Yeah.
whatnot.
And when we got evacuated,
Mm.
the first people who were evacuated were the women and the children.
Yeah.
The men
And
had,
that's always
Zainal
been
then
the-
had to stay here.
Right.
And then now with the Turkish
Yes.
earthquake,
Yeah.
you watch the videos. It
Yeah.
is only men
Yeah.
that are rescuing.
Right.
So that is why I'm saying, I think because of our biological makeup, physicality, but also mentally, because
Okay.
women are more emotional. So it would
Correct.
make sense not to send the women to go and save the boys in the cave.
Okay.
Not just because of the fear factor, because men are more resilient to fear. That's why they do stupid things. You've seen men, things that they do, and you'll be like, it must be a man. Only a man can do that. Yeah, because they have this, they don't fear.
Okay. But then is that a biological makeup or is that a societal
No,
makeup?
that's biological.
Because like I've seen men be scared and I've seen
Yes.
women do crazy things.
Yeah, they
so.
but in general,
Yeah.
there is
True,
yeah.
true,
If you
true.
take the extremes, yes. But if you take in the middle, it will be.
The daily.
But at extremes, they're very different.
Yeah.
Because you see, let's say like with the Thai thing,
Yes.
the men would have gone in, taken the child. Maybe the child would have drowned in the water while they were bringing him out. They would dump the child, the dead child, go back in and go take the next one.
Right. Yeah. So
Women, it would really affect them because
but how do we know that it doesn't affect the men? And
it does.
how
But
do
they
we
would
know?
still. They would. That's why they go to war.
Testosterone.
That's
Yeah.
why they go to war.
Okay. For example, like if a female were to be in the same conditions and brought up just the same, everything the same, and if she didn't have any biological responsibilities, like if she had a child, that would ultimately make
But it's also
her
innate.
decision different.
But it's also innate because I was
It
brought
is
up
innate.
like genderless. I mean,
Correct.
I was
Yeah.
such a tomboy that I was actually brought up more like a boy. It's only the
Yeah.
ballet that kept me a little bit girlish.
Right. I was
But
as well. So,
I know I wouldn't if I had to go in there and take one of those boys. I mean, even just to see them, it would have affected me that I wouldn't have been able to do my job properly. I would be so worried about this human life that I am
Yeah.
responsible for.
Yeah,
And
of course.
but men have a different.
Like
They more. What is the word that guy said it the other day?
it's
They-
also I do believe that our brains are wired differently.
Yes.
Yeah, men are from Mars, women from Venus, kind of thing. I think
that's why men can think nothing, and it really means nothing.
Oh yeah, um, but there is that conundrum to hold on to. But I think as my generation and the generations forward, we are very much we had to take on the responsibility. I had to take on some gender roles. Just because of my financial situation or my societal situation, I just had to do it, and I did it, and vice versa. So it is to some point, but humans are also very adaptable. Yeah, we move on from hunter-gatherers to innovators to what we are now, whatever that is. So yeah, I believe that there is a chance for you to evolve to anything you need to be, but it has to be something that you want and you need to be.
But do you think we would be able to achieve it physically?
Yes.
That women could ever be as
Yes, I
physically
believe
strong
that
as-
if there was a woman who was brought up just the same way as the Thai
Physically.
rescuer physically, because I've seen like we can do the impossible. So I feel that I
Can
really,
you-
really feel
If there was a fire here, can you carry Zainal downstairs?
yes,
My husband?
yes,
Yeah, you see now I couldn't.
yes. Because like I feel that
Because he weighs what? 82 kgs?
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, maybe 7. Yeah, now 82 kgs. I weigh what? Not even like 50 kgs.
50.
There's no way I can carry him. I tried.
Right. But I feel that because it was a safe situation. If it was like a die and live and die,
Yeah, no, I
then
because when he fell with a bicycle on top of him, I couldn't pull him out.
okay, then maybe we could have like saved him in a different way. Like the body is crazy amazing
Yeah,
that we
no,
can do
I
a
don't
lot
think
of things.
yeah, that's where we will totally disagree.
Yes,
But that's
yes.
okay. That's fine.
Yes,
The other thing I'll
absolutely.
come in with this, you see, in Denmark or Sweden, can't remember which country, they are an egalitarian society, which means men and women have been for I don't know how many years been raised equally.
Correct.
Yet in that society, there is an even bigger difference between male and female.
Okay.
Big. The males are like way stronger than the women physically,
All right. All right.
and even the jobs they choose, because they thought if it's egalitarian, it will, men will become kindergarten
Fluid,
teachers.
yeah.
No,
Hmm.
engineers are still dominantly males,
Okay.
and even more so than in Malaysia.
Okay.
And nurses, females. So the more egalitarian they try to make the society, the more people go back to their gender roles. So
That's
this
very
is
interesting.
this is a study they're doing now. So but I think I can understand. Like I say, I was brought up a tomboy. Uh, I mean, to the extent that people think that I am a man pretending to be a woman. Not even that I'm a woman pretending to be a man.
Right,
They
right,
just
or
think I am
dressing.
a man, and then I'm trying to be feminine.
Right.
If it was the other way around, I can still understand. Because,
Yeah.
But yet, in my marriage,
Yeah.
I am very submissive.
Okay.
You see, so that's why I say, because I was pushed to that extreme, that I'm actually here.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be
The
this.
other
And
side.
I was speaking to my friend yesterday, also very hardcore, but in the marriage, no.
Yeah, and I feel that's fair because it's up to you. Like
Yeah.
the marriage can only be between you and
And your
the
partner. Yes,
So
this,
it's
marriage
so
is different. Yeah, there's no, you cannot. Yeah.
and you can be as submissive as you feel that it's
Makes the marriage
pleasurable
work.
to you.
Yeah.
And you can be as dominant as you feel that.
As long as it's both agree.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Consent.
Yeah. Okay, let me see, because with you I have to discuss different things because
I'm
you are
sorry,
not.
did we go off?
No, that's fine. No, this is good because like with my other friends, was that one is trans and one is different. So with you, the topics become different.
Yeah.
Still same, but same, but different. No.
Same, but different.
Okay, let me think. Okay, yeah, I think that probably is about it. But so I want to just ask you. So even like now with like everything we've spoken about, male, female, we've touched a little bit on gender roles.
Yes.
We've touched on biology, on societal perception. I just want to get down to like um, like now for you, you were talking about your pronouns are what?
She, they.
She, they. So what she, I understand.
Okay.
What is they?
Yeah. So why I identify as she, they is I like being a woman, obviously, because it's she, and biologically I'm a woman and I identify as a woman. But I also identify as, I would say, agender or non-binary because that is just what I feel I am, and there are a lot of times where people wouldn't know by my name because mostly in Malaysia, you would have very female names or very male names, but um, people like me, like you wouldn't know my gender if I didn't put my full name in it. It would just be Audia. You wouldn't have guessed if I was a male and female. And apparently, it's a very popular male name in Indonesia. And I'm from Javanese descent, so maybe I got it from there. But I'm also quite masculine and feminine interchangeably at the same time, whatever I want it to be. And I feel that I am more than my gender, and I am more than more than my sexual preference, and it it is not what describes me fully.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand.
Because
So,
like you were raised as a tomboy, right? And
you're not
basically,
raised, but I
I mean,
was
like,
just a
yeah,
tomboy. But yeah, my parents were never like
do
I was
this
never
because you're a
typical girl.
girl.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no, no.
no.
There was
So
no
and
such thing.
so was I, and I think we lucky because we had the a safe environment
Yeah.
to
And plus,
explore that.
I had three big brothers.
Okay,
So
right.
like I think you also have a lot of brothers.
Yes, I am the first of my family of six. My
How many
siblings.
brothers?
Three brothers
Yes,
and two
and
sisters.
only
Yeah.
one sister. And then my sister
Ah,
left. She's 9 years older than me.
okay.
So when I was like aware of myself,
Right.
she was already like left. She was 16 and
Okay.
she went on her own way. So I was never.
Right.
And then
Had
my
that.
mother herself was a. My mother was very feminine and elegant
Right.
in looks,
Okay.
but not in character.
Right.
Not in. She was a career woman. She was like very dominant, but
Yeah.
by looks she was very classy. Like
Yeah.
So I think that's why.
Yeah.
Because she was not the typical. I mean that's why
Right.
my father
Typical.
divorced.
Right.
Because he always said there can only be one person wearing the pants in the house. Because he's like really a manly man, and then he's married to a manly woman. So yeah, that marriage was never gonna last. So but anyway, yeah. What was I gonna say to you? What were we talking about?
Yeah, but I think that.
Oh, the they thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing for me is because also besides biology, I'm very into semantics and linguistics.
Understood.
And the thing is, pronouns, it's a pronoun.
Okay.
So it describes the noun.
Correct.
So if the noun is woman, which is the be,
Correct.
then it should be she, her.
Okay.
But
That's the being.
Yeah, because it's pronoun. So that's why I say I have nothing against people, they, them, she, she, but what I mean is, again, we have to then fix the language.
Correct. Yeah.
Because it's linguistically wrong.
Yeah,
Correct. It's wrong grammar.
Right.
Wrong.
Like, how would you say?
It should
Like
be
if you.
pro-adjectives.
Yeah,
My
like.
pro-adjectives are
Yeah.
they, them. Because you
Yes,
cannot say my
correct.
pronoun because the noun is like me. My noun is woman.
Yeah.
So obviously my pronoun would be she, her.
Correct.
But in your case, you would have to be my noun is woman, but I go by my pro-adjectives, which is she, they. Yeah, because
I understand because like if you would say, I'm meeting Audia later, do you say like she would want to go karaoke
do I say
or
they
they would want to go
Yes.
karaoke? And
because you're still a woman.
yes, and I wouldn't mind. And especially I wouldn't mind even if you didn't know or if you knew me personally, I wouldn't mind as well.
Right.
But there are people
Yes,
who
they get very
very offensive. So yeah, I mean the best thing you can do if you make a mistake then ask,
Okay, that just brought up something. Do you think these people get offended like that? Do you think it stems from insecurity? Whereas like you are so secure, that's why it doesn't matter to you. Although you want to be they, but if people
taken me as a she,
you're okay with it.
I'm okay with it, but that is me.
Yeah, that's why I say it couldn't be because you are secure in who you are.
I think it would be because maybe they had different experiences, not really insecurity.
But you yourself?
I'm yes, I feel that because I had a very safe space and I am secure. I'm okay. Even if you address me as he would want to go karaoke, I wouldn't mind.
You just
because
whatever.
I am Audia, I'm not my gender or my birth genitalia, whatever. So but there are people who were, in such confined environments and not safe and harmful and maybe bullying, we never know. So the best thing you can do is ask, and regardless of your religious or personal beliefs, if it's important to them and if it's important to you to have them, then in your lives, then maybe the best thing is just.
So I'm also going to give an alternative because that's why we cannot be both just agreeing on everything.
Of course, yeah.
I'm going to give an alternative. Like what she said is right because she's saying if you confront people who have this issue, like they offended, then you try to accommodate them. Be respectful. I mean, it makes sense. Why would you want to go out of your way to hurt someone?
Yeah.
But I would say the alternative to that could also be if you are the person who get offended.
Right.
you need to seek help for yourself, or you
Right.
have to look within yourself,
Right.
because you cannot control others, and there are gonna be people who are gonna go out of the way
Right.
to hurt you
Yes.
or to just be disrespectful.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
would then say,
For fun, yeah.
take it upon yourself
Yeah. To dismiss or
to deal with it. So you have to be so secure in yourself
yeah.
that if they, like I do that, people, like I said in my last podcast, people always think I'm a lady boy. I'm a man that has not
Boxing
fully had the sex change yet, but I'm dressing as a woman and pretending that I'm a woman, which is even like in Thailand, even trans women have issue with me
Correct.
because they don't know that I'm not a man.
Okay.
So to them, they think I am quite disrespectful because as a
I get
man,
it.
I'm trying to do all the feminine, because I
Right.
try to work in the
But-
show there because I'm a
Okay.
dancer.
Yeah. But you don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, I thought they would just take anybody. But they said, no, that only you have to be a fully trans, you have to be a real trans woman, meaning
Okay.
surgery and everything.
Yeah.
So,
I've seen
so to them, they feel I am disrespectful because I'm a man who wants to appear as a woman,
just for
but
the show.
not doing it properly.
Okay. Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm
It's very ironic.
and instead of me, getting, I mean, I don't get angry. Like, no, but I'm a real woman.
Right.
To me, it's just like whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm secure in myself.
Yeah.
Because I am a woman. So you saying I'm not doesn't.
Yeah.
How can it hurt me?
Yes. And I feel like if you were in a situation where you are hurt, it's okay to say that you're hurt.
Yeah,
as
you
well.
say you hurt. Yeah.
You say you don't go off on that person.
Yeah, just
say like I'm not comfortable, and
and if they continue to be disrespectful, then just
you have to decide
another
if
friend.
you want them in your lives or not.
And if it's you that's receiving this, you also just maybe work on yourself. Get your self-esteem up, get yourself in the right place. So there's no space for them to hurt you.
Yes.
They'll
If
just
it
be talking
doesn't
and
matter-
you'll just be like, talk to them.
Yeah. and take yourself out of that situation.
Yeah. Because again, you're in power of where
Yes.
you are. Yeah, just like,
Yeah.
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 Okay, that was an interesting conversation, Audia.
I think so. Yeah.
So hopefully we will be getting Audia maybe once a month, once every second month but I need to see what topics we can talk about, and then we'll do that. So please like, subscribe, comment. We would really appreciate that, and share, please. It will help with the algorithms. So thank you once again, Audia.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay,
It was fun.
cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.